Okay, Cristiano Ronaldo, never one to allow Messi to have his day in the spotlight, comes out and says that the Saudi League is better than MLS. And does he have a point? That's the question. Does he have a point? Well, here's the thing that I look at, okay? The Saudi League may be better than MLS, but I don't know that because I can't see the Saudi League. I can't see the Saudi League. There are no Saudi League games on TV. I don't know how good the Saudi League is. Now, according to the rankings, Saudi League comes in at 66, while MLS is at 52 or 53. Okay, so from that standpoint, he's wrong. But look, you have Benzema coming over there. You basically are spending a ton of money to bring over talent from the European leagues to play over in Saudi Arabia. And well, a few players have come over in their 20s, most are coming in their 30s. And actually, they are basically getting another run as a top talent, getting paid buku bucks. But here's what I can tell you about MLS as compared to other leagues. Okay, here's MLS was seen as for the longest time a retirement league. Okay, guys like Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard, Thierry Henry. I remember the first real big player came over was Roberto Donadoni. He went back to Milan after that, but you basically have had Risto Stoichkov came over and played for Chicago Fire. Blanco. I mean, there's just been a number of players that have come to the MLS, and it wasn't till Beckham came over, and that really changed the league. And the other thing that has made the league better, in my opinion, is the influx of South Americans. Okay, the young South Americans who've used it as a stage point to go over to Europe or so forth. Okay, and you've also had Guillermo Barros Schelotto for Columbus. He was a player at Boca Juniors, a Boca legend, came over and played for Columbus and helped Columbus win the MLS Cup in 2008. But ultimately, we get down to what Cristiano said, okay? Basically saying that Saudi Arabia League is better than MLS. Well, the MLS is now global in the sense that it has a global audience with Apple TV. If you buy an Apple TV subscription, you'll be able to see all the MLS games. Okay, and it's probably going to be big in places like Barcelona and Argentina because Messi's now playing in the United States, and that's going to be huge. It's going, but it doesn't necessarily mean that people are now going to be watching Vancouver versus Chicago, or Columbus versus Cincinnati, or DC United versus New York Red Bull. It means they're going to be watching Messi play. Okay, that's really what the big deal was. Okay, of getting Messi to the United States. Now people are going to watch Inter Miami, and you're going to bring in Busquets. You're going to bring Jordi Alba. You're probably going to bring in Sergio Ramos. You're also going to bring in a flux of South American, and it's going to be Messi and friends down in South Florida. That's what's going to make it interesting for me. Okay, I live in Columbus, Ohio. I'm a fan of the Columbus Crew. I watch Apple TV. I watch MLS, and I watch the LA Galaxy because my cousin is a big LA Galaxy fan. I watch him with him. Watch him from him. He lives in Los Angeles, and we basically talk back and forth about the games. I watch the Columbus Crew. I tend to watch a good portion of the games in MLS, and what I can say is the quality of MLS has improved. I was at the very first, not the very first MLS game, but the very first Columbus Crew game at Ohio Stadium versus DC United. It was 4-0. Columbus beat DC United, and it was an amazing spectacle. It was a fantastic game, a fun game to watch, and for the longest time, MLS struggled to draw an audience with that kind of performance. I mean, you had the game ended in a tie. You had this thing called a shootout, where a guy would stand at 35 yards and go one-on-one with a goalkeeper, and that's how you would determine the winner. Then they went to 10-minute overtime. 10-minute overtime at the end of a draw, but they had 10-minute overtime till they finally just played 90 minutes like the rest of the world does, and then that was it. But MLS has come a long way since 1996. It is a solid league. It's on good ground. You're getting 20 like soccer-specific stadiums or football-specific stadiums. You get a number of people show up for the games. Okay, you get a lot of people that watch these games live. Okay, and it is really become a spectacle in the United States. What it really hasn't done is taken over the TV. Okay, and now you have a paywall with Apple TV, which has the rights to it. So that's really the big thing with MLS is who has access to it, who's watching it, and how how many people, how many eyeballs it brings to the TV. That's the next big thing that the MLS has to do, and then the MLS will eventually overcome other sports like hockey and maybe baseball. Again, I don't know that's going to happen, but here's the thing about whether MLS is better than Saudi or the Saudis better than MLS. I don't know the Saudi league. Okay, I've never seen the Saudi league play. Okay, and they're now spending money like the Chinese league did back in 10 years ago, and start bringing players. What determines how good a league really is not the players you bring in or who's making what amount of money. It's the other players. It's the players that play with Cristiano. Okay, it's not Cristiano Ronaldo. It's the other players that go in there and make up the team, because you can't spend all that money and bring in all that top talent and still have a viable league, because you're not going to make any money that way. Okay, you need to have other talent. You need to have other players come in that are not making the buku bucks, that are not making the huge money. That's going to determine how the strength of the league. And that's where MLS has kind of flourished in a way, is you have a number of players who have come to the MLS, young Americans, young Mexicans, young South Americans, who have made the league an exciting league to watch, an exciting league to enjoy. And they've made it a spectacle at the stadium. People pay money to go and watch these games. These games are being sold out. And that is an exciting thing for the MLS. But whether or not, but one thing the MLS has not done, okay, with the exception of Messi here, is they have not gone and spent a ton of money and tried to bring in top talent, okay, like Ronaldo or what's his name, French. Oh God, I'm so terrible with names. I don't know why I'm bad with names, but like this. But he's the French striker, played Benzema. Okay, you're not bringing in that player. You're not bringing in Firmino. You're not bringing in players like that. You're not giving him. Look, Jordan Henderson for Liverpool. Okay, 700,000 pounds a week at 34. Come on, 700,000 pounds a week. I mean, goodbye, Liverpool. Look, even I'd take that. Okay, well, look, anybody would take that, but you're going to be spending a whole lot of money on a whole lot of talent. Okay, and where's the investment going to pay off? Again, the thing about the Saudi Arabian League is it needs eyeballs. Okay, it needs eyeballs around the world. It needs investment. It needs all these things. Okay, something that MLS already has. But again, is Cristiano Ronaldo right? Is the Saudi League better than the MLS? I don't know, and to be honest with you, I really don't care. Okay, it doesn't make a difference one way or the other. Okay, in the end. Okay, I think this is more swipe at Messi than anything else. Okay, I think this is, looking at Messi, getting David Beckham out there and all those fans out there braving the weather, calling him the GOAT, calling him the greatest of all time. I think that probably got under Cristiano Ronaldo's skin a bit. And I think that's where he's speaking. Okay, I think he's speaking out of the wrong side of his wrong orifice. Okay, I think he's speaking. Saudi League is better than MLS. Well, it may very well be, but who knows? Okay, because nobody sees it. He says it's going to be better than the Dutch League. Who knows? Okay, maybe it will be, but we'll see. Okay, in other words, we'll see if we ever get a chance to see. Okay, because we can't see it. Okay, nobody can see the Saudi League. They can't see it in Europe. They can't see it in America. They can't see it in South America. They can't see it, so we don't know. And unless you're going to get a Saudi MLS tournament together, which the best team win, again, that probably not going to happen. But again, that's my thoughts. Okay, please click like, share, and subscribe. Go Arsenal, and have a good rest of your day.